Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are taking you on a complete no-nonsense journey to transform you from a skeptical beginner into an absolute AI power user. Look, if you've been feeling even just a little bit overwhelmed by all the endless buzzwords, the confusing new tools, or just the sheer ridiculous speed at which technology is moving right now, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break it all down step by step. Consider this your comprehensive beginner's guide to ensuring you don't just survive this shift, but actually thrive in it. So let's dive right in.
Here's our roadmap for today. We're kicking things off with the K-shaped economy. Then we'll demystify the tech with the AI Genie, master prompt engineering, explore the AI ecosystem, and finally, we'll wrap up with monetizing AI.
Section 1. The K-shaped economy and AI's economic impact.
We absolutely have to start right here because it's vital to understand that artificial intelligence is not just some passing social media trend or a cool little gimmick. It is a massive, fundamental economic shift happening right beneath our feet. I want you to picture a K-shaped pattern, right? On the upward curve of the K, you have the active AI adopters. These are the folks who are actively out there learning new AI skills, and as a result, they are experiencing rapid career growth and serious financial success. But on the downward curve, you've got the skeptical observers, the people running away from AI or kind of just waiting around to see what happens. And unfortunately, they're facing career decline and getting left completely behind. This shift from being a skeptical observer to an active adopter, it's quite simply no longer an option if you want to grow.
Section 2. Understanding the AI Genie and demystifying the tech. To get you onto that upward curve, we first need to demystify what AI actually is by stripping away all that technical jargon. You know, a really common misconception is that AI is this sudden, brand new invention that just appeared out of nowhere. It's really not. Back in the 1950s, we already had the Theseus robotic mouse solving physical mazes using primitive AI. Fast forward to the 2000s, and the internet boom finally gave us the massive amounts of data and computing power needed to actually train these complex models. But the real magic year, that was 2022. The launch of ChatGPT was literally AI's Google moment. All of a sudden, you didn't need to be some PhD coder in a research lab to use artificial intelligence. You could just talk to it. But here is a super critical realization for you. AI isn't actually thinking the way a human does. Large language models run on this concept called token prediction. For example, if I say to you, twinkle, twinkle, little, you automatically know the next word is star, right? And it's not because you sat there and actively pondered it, but because statistically, based on everything you've ever heard in your life, that is what comes next. Well, AI does exactly the same thing. It breaks your text down into tokens, analyzes vast, mind-boggling amounts of historical data, and basically just predicts the most mathematically likely next word. Under the hood, it is an incredibly powerful prediction engine. And because AI is strictly predicting based on your input, you have to be very, very careful about what you ask for. I want you to imagine AI as a modern-day genie. If a magical genie just appeared right now and you asked for unlimited money, what do you actually think would happen? Well, the genie might just go rob every single bank in the city and dump all the cash right in your living room. So sure, you got your unlimited money, but you're also going to jail. This perfectly illustrates the core problem with using these tools. AI takes you completely literally. It has absolutely zero human common sense. If your prompt has gaps, or if it's just too vague, the AI is going to make wild assumptions to fill those gaps. And the result? You get a terrible, generic, or even totally dangerous output. Section 3. Mastering prompt engineering, or how to control the AI. So, how do we fix this vague wishing problem? We master prompt engineering. Let's look at a real-world example here. A bad prompt is incredibly vague. Something like, help me prepare for an interview for a technical role. If you type that, you're going to get generic, totally useless advice like, make sure to study coding. Now check out the good prompt. Act as a Google recruiter. I'm an HSBC engineer with 2 years experience. Ask me technical questions. See the difference? Suddenly, the AI steps into a very distinct persona. It knows your exact background and your specific target goal. It will literally start running a tailored mock interview with you, asking relevant coding problems and evaluating your thought process. The output goes from basically useless to incredibly valuable, instantly. Now, to guarantee you always get amazing results like that, you should be using these repeatable cheat codes for your daily work. First up, the AIM framework. That stands for Actor, Input, Mission. Step 1, tell the AI who to act as. Step 2, give it the background, input, or data. Step 3, state the exact mission it needs to accomplish. Boom.
Alternatively, you can use the RCF framework, Role, Context, Format. This one is brilliant because it adds that final crucial step, format. You're telling the AI exactly how you want the output to look. Do you want a bulleted list, a table, a full video script? Master these formulas, and trust me, you master the AI genie.
Section 4. The AI tool ecosystem and real-world magic. We are moving beyond just chatbots.
Okay, I know it is entirely too easy to get completely overwhelmed by the sheer volume of AI tools out there right now. It feels like a new one launches every 5 seconds. The trick here is to categorize them by your specific daily tasks. For text and chat, honestly, stick to ChatGPT or Claude. If you're a student or a researcher needing to summarize massive PDFs, use NotebookLM. For generating images, Midjourney is still the undisputed king. For video creation, tools like Video 3 are absolutely revolutionary. Doing coding or building apps, you've got to check out Emergent or Cursor. And for presentations, Gamma's your best friend. The secret is to pick only the 2 or 3 tools that actually match your daily workflow and completely ignore the rest until you're ready. To prove to you just how mind-blowing this technology is today, let's talk about some live, real-world demonstrations of AI-driven content creation. Let's start with Video 3. With nothing but a detailed text prompt, you can generate hyper-realistic cinematic video content in a matter of minutes. We are talking about highly detailed scenes with complex lighting and character movements that literally look like they belong in a massive Hollywood blockbuster. You can even use it to create high-end product commercials, like generating a sleek Apple AirPods ad just by merging a few AI-generated images and video clips. Stuff that used to take massive production budgets, huge crews, and giant studios can now be done straight from your laptop for pennies. It is wild. And hey, it's not just video. Look at what's possible with app development right now. Using an AI tool like Emergent, you can literally type out a prompt asking for a mobile-friendly, realistic Flappy Bird game with play and pause functionality. And what happens? The AI acts as your senior developer, it writes the code, structures it, and builds a fully playable app in under 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Building an app from scratch normally takes weeks of complex, frustrating software engineering. Now, AI does all the heavy lifting while you just direct the vision. Or let's take automated presentation building. This is something almost all of us deal with, and let's be honest, we kind of dread it. Gamma is an AI tool that eliminates hours of frustrating slide design work. You type one single sentence, something like, create a content creation proposal for an energy drink brand, and Gamma autonomously generates a highly structured, beautifully designed 10-slide pitch deck. It pulls in relevant images, sets up the layouts, writes the text, the whole shebang. You just go in and tweak it from there. The hours you save here are absolutely monumental. This right here, this is exactly how those active adopters we talked about earlier are working faster and pulling ahead on that K-shaped curve. Section 5. Monetizing your AI skills. Let's turn all these new skills into actual success. So, all of this foundational knowledge is great, but let's get to the real question. How do we actually turn it into financial success? Well, there are 3 highly lucrative specific monetization strategies where you can leverage your new expertise. Step 1 is the freelance and agency route. You can use these AI tools to create high-quality social media ads, user-generated videos, or even build entire websites, and then sell those services to clients who simply don't have the time or knowledge to do it themselves. Step 2 is building a business. You can launch your own AI software as a service, or you could even build a lean one-person business offering AI voice calling agents to local clinics and stores. And step 3 is the career route. If you already have a bit of a technical background, you can pursue highly specialized, highly paid roles like an AI engineer or researcher at top tech firms. There is literally an option here for everyone.
Now, I want to end this explainer on a bit of a provocative thought. People everywhere are terrified that AI is coming for their jobs. But the actual truth? AI won't replace you. A person using AI will. That K-shaped economy is actively splitting the world into those who adapt and those who don't. But you now have the foundational knowledge, you know the frameworks, and you've seen the monetization pathways. The only question left is, are you ready to actively adapt and start building? Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next explainer.